Hey everyone, I'm PointSeven, and today I'll be talking about my favorite Pokemon game, the one and only Pokemon Crystal. Pokemon Crystal is an enhanced version of Pokemon Gold and Silver. It came out on July 29th, 2000, almost a year after the release of Gold and Silver. The game added things like sprite animations and a battle tower, but it also removed Mareep, one of my favorite Pokemon, unless you traded it from Gold and Silver, but I can't do that because I'm using an emulation and it's really stupid. What's that? You haven't beaten the game yet? After all these years? And you don't want to hear spoilers? Well, sucks for you. Well, you'll have to wait for a later episode for a spoiler-free overview. Sorry. The game starts out in normal Pokemon fashion. Professor Oak tells you about the world of Pokemon, but none of this is really that important. Next, you leave your house without talking to your mom, and you can explore Newbark Town. You can see a red-haired guy looking in the window of the building next to your house. Not very much unlike this guy. This building is actually Professor Elm's lab. Once you go in, he tells you a bunch of crap that isn't really important. They have something in common. Then he tells you that his friend Mr. Pokemon has something that he needs. So, you have to go get it. He offers you a Pokemon to take with you on your journey. I chose Cyndaquil for this playthrough, but my original starter was Chikorita, and, well, it was a little overtrained. You leave the lab and go to Route 101. There's a guy who teaches you how to catch Pokemon, but he's not drunk like the old man was from Red and Blue, you know? Route 101 has Pidgey, Rattata, and the new rodent Pokemon, Sentret. Pokemon Silver introduced a day and night system, with different Pokemon in different places depending on the time. At night, Route 101 has Pokemon like Hoothoot and Spinarak. Once you get to Mr. Pokemon's house, he gives you the egg. Professor Oak suddenly appears, and he gives you the Pokédex. Then he leaves, because he has to do his radio show. Because there's also a radio in this game. And phones. 2000 is the future! What? Piss and Cure Berry? I just used the bathroom. I'm so bad at jokes. Ah yes, berries. I forgot to mention that they were introduced in this generation. Some of them have less than good names, but they have been a staple of the series, and have been in every game since. After passing back through Cherry Grove City, oh yeah, there's a city called Cherry Grove that you go through. And there's an old man, too. You run into that red-haired pervert guy from before. He informs you that he stole a Pokemon from the lab, and then your first trainer battle starts. He chose Totodile, but it doesn't have any stab moves yet. So the fight is pretty easy. After you win, he runs off and you return to the lab. Hey look, the Popos are here. And one asks you the name of the guy who stole the Pokemon. My first time playing, this was in Pokemon Gold. I thought the police would give you money or something for giving the correct name. So you know what I named him? I named him ?
I sure was smart.
The officer leaves, and Elm talks for a while. Then, as you're leaving, one of his assistants gives you a few Pokeballs. Here's a cave, but it's too dark to go anywhere. Hey, it's a Geodude. Might as well... Whoa. Is he trying to suggest something? Now we have finally gotten to Violet City. So we go to Sprout Tower, which is kinda like a practice gym. You have to battle a bunch of monks who have... surprise! Bellsprouts. At the top, you see your rival. He's talking to Lee, the practice gym leader. Lee tells him some stuff about Pokemon, and then your rival runs off. Lee isn't too tough. He has 2 Bellsprouts and a Hoothoot. Once you beat him, he gives you your first HM, Flash, but you can't use it yet. Next, we head over to the Violet City Gym. The leader is Faulkner. The first time I faced him, I thought he was a girl. I don't know why. He has 2 Pidgeys and a Pidgeotto. I always wondered why he didn't have a Hoot Hoot, or maybe even a Knockdown. Once you beat him, he gives you the Zephyr badge, and a TM, Mudslap. I'll save it for later. He also makes it possible for you to use the HM you just got, Flash, but no one in my party can learn it just yet. Next, you get to battle Lee. But he isn't too tough. He has 2 Bellsprouts and a Hoot Hoot. So, with Cyndaquil, it's pretty easy to beat his Bellsprouts. And my voice... That's an outro. I'm keeping that.